Hey, what's up, GotGamers? It's me, Steve Masters, and we're going to get a quick look and a first look at Mirror's Edge. And this game takes gaming to another level based on the movement. It's all about movement. It's not about shooting, and it's not about stealth. It's not about the things that you know from gaming. This is a brand new concept in gaming. Let's check it out. Our first look at Mirror's Edge.
I was too young to remember exactly how it started. The authorities said the changes, the monitoring, banning, regulating, were for the greater good. But good isn't the same as right. My folks were forever lobbying the mayor's office, going on marches. They even took me and my sister Kate with them. That was until the downtown riots. Protest marches that went bad. Mom was killed, crushed in the panic. After that, my family pretty much fell apart. And gradually, people just let go. Stopped fighting. Let the city take control of their lives. They chose a comfortable life. I chose differently.
Hey, what's up, GotGamers? This is a very special night for us here at GotGame TV. My name is Steve Masters. I'm here with Nick Channon, who's got a really incredible game called Mirror's Edge, and I want to really congratulate you guys on thinking forward with development and the way things are going as far as thinking outside the box instead of just wandering through a neighborhood, collecting things or shooting things. You guys have come up with a really creative new idea. Tell us about the concept of Mirror's Edge.
Well, thank you. I mean, I think that the big thing with Mirror's Edge was to create something very different. I mean, as you kind of already said, we wanted the game to really stand out. You know, first of all, visually, when you saw a screenshot of Mirror's Edge, you knew that's what the game was. You know which game it was, and also really to develop on our real experience at DICE of first person. We've created the Battlefield series over the years, and we've got lots of experience from that. And we wanted to create something fresh and new that was all based around movement. So we had the idea to create a first-person game because we felt that, you know, when you're in first person, you feel very connected with the character. When you're in third person, you watch the character. We wanted you to be in there. It's like being in the action movie instead of watching it. And just build the whole game around movement. It wasn't about shooting. It wasn't just about combat. Those are important elements of the game, but they're not the focus. You know, and really to give it, you know, to just sort of freshen up the first person. There's some amazing shooters out there, but we wanted to create something very different and new.
Now, this game doesn't really have much combat or shooting elements. It's more about speed and more about real simplistic controlling. Yeah. Tell us about the control scheme and how do you move about?
So the movement is controlled like normal first person. There's movement on the left stick, looking around on the right stick. And then there's basic controls of jump on L1, and on L2 it's slide. And then on R1 you can do a quick turn. And using those buttons in combination gives you a sort of real limitless different kind of moves that you use, and the key to the game is using the environment. It's using your imagination to find different ways to get through different levels. You can use wall runs, you can do kick turns, you can do 180s. It's using those skills as you build them up and then using the environment. And the only limit in this game is your skill and your imagination of how to get through a level. And obviously tonight we're showcasing Time Trial, which is all about getting through levels as quickly as possible, finding the best route and using your skill you know, to do big jumps and big turns to get through as quickly as you can.
What about a single-player story? Tell us a little about the story.
So the story is really important. As I say, tonight we're focusing on Time Trial, but fundamentally this is a story-driven action-adventure. It's level-based, and that was important to us in the fact that we wanted to cram as much action into each of the levels as we can, and you know, we made a very conscious decision not to go open world. But the story is all about faith. She's a runner, which is basically a courier in a city where communication is very monitored. So people use these couriers to avoid the cops, and then they can give messages in an unmonitored way. As we sort of build up in the story, we find out that her sister's been framed for a murder she didn't commit, and we kind of go from there. So, you know, the story is a really important part of the game. It builds, you know, it evolves the character and different people that she meets along the way. You know, and then you can come back and go through all the levels again in Time Trial, which we feel is really the icing on the cake.
One of the other concepts that you hinted on earlier was the fact that you can record your progress in a time trial share it with your friends and see if they can beat you.
Yeah.
Also, you can put that on a worldwide stage and be the #1 fastest person in the world in the time trial mode. Tell us a little bit about that.
So, I mean, in time trial, when you set your a fast time, it's recorded as a ghost. So the next time you play, you're racing your ghost. So you try and beat that time. And the ghost takes the exact route you did. It's not just a generic spline that it's on. It takes the exact route that you did. Once you get a time that you're really happy with, you can then go and challenge a friend, send it to them and say, you know, beat this time. This is my best time on this level. Go beat it. So they race against your ghost, and then they can send you one back. And you can download ghosts. You can download the best ghosts in the world and try and see how good you are against them. I think the great thing about the ghosts as well is you can see how other people take the routes that they take, and it's like, oh, I hadn't thought of that. You know, maybe I can shave a few seconds off if I did that myself. So it really evolves and develops, and it's a real cool way of getting competition into the game.
How many other gameplay modes have you built into this game?
So we have a sort of speed run in there as well, where you can get, again, it's all about going through the level. There's no checkpoints. It's just going through the level as quickly as possible. But it's really focusing in on the story and the main sort of thread of the game, and time trial, and then the speed run as well. So those are the sort of core mechanics as you play through the game.
Okay, last question. Release date's coming up pretty soon. Tell us about that and the platforms that it'll be available on.
Sure. So we're just finishing the game now. We're just going into our final stages. The game will be released here in North America on November the 12th. It'll be in store. It's on PS3 and Xbox 360. We will also be doing a PC version, which will be coming later on in the winter.
Thank you very much for your time, and I'm really excited about it, and keep thinking forward for us.
Thank you very much. Good to meet you.